I'm in the basement.
Don't wake up the baby.
Mm-mm.
Good morning, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Monday morning,
It's us.
23rd of February, 2026. Let us know where you're watching from.
And I'll invite everybody who would like to come in. Can come in this morning, right?
Put a link.
Yeah.
A nice link. Good morning. Oh,
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. How was the meetup?
It was great.
Nice.
let's see here. Let's do
You
a
have any
good
snow,
morning.
Dr. Kiltz, over there?
There's about, already it looked like about 2 feet
Oh, wow.
here in Princeton, New Jersey. And there's no way to get out of here because there's no snow plows. And I mean, they'll be here like tomorrow.
Yeah, they're waiting for everything to fall. And
Yeah.
So then tomorrow you're going to Phoenix.
Tomorrow, we'll see. We'll see if that's happening.
he might not be able to get out of there.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
the
It's crazy.
ability to, it may take days to clear the snow enough for the roads to be open. But we'll see. We got George here. We got DJ here, Gina. We got, let's just see if I go right to the top. And Lewis is here, DJ. We got Dan Dandy Ranch. Is that it? Dan. We got Peter Papa. We got Larry. Good morning from Chicago. Let's see, Virginia, Bacon Girl. Nice, Coach Angela Mullins. Jennifer. We got Amy. Weird, there was no link for today. Yep. Well, but we got it all out there now, Alia?
Yep.
Okay, cool. It's a storm, right?
No.
Say hi. Nor'easter.
I don't know. The nor'easter is all the way down in Colombia.
It did. It did. Ways like
the dentist is here also.
Nice. We're here to talk about here's my new book. I don't know if I it's not quite out there 100% yet, but I'm getting it out there. It's called The Boy Who Ate the Sun, and it's by Grandpa Kiltz.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to read it.
I could read one page, The Long Slumber. What was that there? No, the prologue. Shall I read the prologue? Maybe I'll read the prologue. I don't know.
Go ahead.
The prologue, which is the fall of the light, an invitation to the stars. Before the clock of time began to tick, there was only the great burning. Our Father, the star, hung in the center of the void. He was not merely a ball of gas. He was an altar of sacrifice. In his heart, 1 billion degrees of holy fire raged. It was the great fusion. He took the dust of the universe, the hydrogen, the wandering atoms, and he crushed them together with the weight of his love until they fused. Pressure, heat, light. He screamed into the darkness, not in pain, but in creation. He burned himself to feed the emptiness. He said, I will send a piece of myself into the cold. I will plant a seed in the silence. And so the photon was born. The flight of the messenger. The photon was a child of pure energy, a massless, timeless traveler. It burst from the skin of the Father and leaped into the abyss. It traveled at the speed of God, 186,000 miles every second. It flew past the gas giants, past the swirling storms of dust, searching for a home. It carried a secret code. Inside its vibrating wave lay the potential for everything: the color of an eye, the heat of a breath, the thought of a philosopher. It was searching for the rock, the earth. Earth was cold. It was barren, stone spinning in the dark. It had water, it had minerals, but it was dead. It was a tomb waiting for a spirit. The green trap. Just a little bit more. The photon struck the earth. It expected to bounce. It expected to set the rock on fire, but something was waiting. From the primal waters rose the great green net, the cyanobacteria, the algae, the first ancestors of the grass and the grain. They held up a shield of magnesium, the chlorophyll. Snap. The photon did not bounce. It was caught. The green net swallowed the light. It took the kinetic fury of the star and locked it into a chemical rage. It bound the light with carbon. It suffocated the fire with oxygen. It twisted the energy into a heavy, sticky crystal. It created sugar. The photon screamed in its prison, I am fire, I am speed, let me fly. But the plant whispered, no, here you will sit. Here you will solidify. Here you will become glucose. You will become starch. You will sleep. More to come.
Great.
Yeah, that's it. And it's the story of the boy who ate the sun. We got Kelly here to join us today.
We do.
Kelly.
I saw someone come in.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Don't know who it was and don't know what happened.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't even have my headphones on.
Good morning, Kelly.
Nobody. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
How's everybody this morning?
Great. Thanks for jumping in.
Quite excellent.
Oh, no problems. I seen that it was seen that you shared the link. Like, you know what? I'll jump in for a little bit this morning.
We appreciate that.
Where is it that you live?
I live Missouri.
Sorry, okay. Kind of you're not being affected by the storm.
All
right?
we have is just a little bit of the cold. Our fall spring went away, but it'll be back tomorrow.
It's well, we've got I just looked outside. It looks like about a couple of feet of snow here in Princeton, New Jersey. It's just stacking up. I have a feeling I'm locked inside today. It's all good. I like being locked inside. It's good for me.
With baby Julio.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is he walking yet?
Not quite yet. Not quite yet. He's crawling all over the place and going everywhere, but
my grandson walked at 14 months.
Pilar walked at 1, and she was talking at 1, and so.
Yeah, my daughter walked. My daughter was like 9.5 months when she started walking.
Yeah, this the beauty. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting my connection to what I need to get connected to. Some of my internet stuff is done. I don't know what it is.
I have Instagram up. Instagram's up.
All right. Well, it's all is what it is, and it's really good. What's on your agenda today, Kelly?
My agenda is since it's Monday, back to work. Probably finish up any work orders that come in over the weekend. Deal with this, hoping that this one clogged drain is dealt with, and then either have to replace the drain, enjoy the sunshine because it is nice, and then we got a couple apartments that we got to turn, and then see if they get my truck back, because I've been vehicleless and I've been borrowing my mom's vehicle, and I'm ready to have that extra vehicle back here.
It's all good. Pat. Delete on LinkedIn. Are we on LinkedIn? It says it's not working. My VA.
Oh, weird.
I don't know. It is what it is, and yeah, I'm supposed to get online today and do some work. Obviously, this is working, but the rest of my stuff isn't yet. We'll see if I can get me online. And I'm supposed to do something for the Nutrition Network. Is that right?
Yep, and a radio show for 20 minutes this morning at 10 a.m.
No, my time, 10 a.m.
Yeah,
Okay.
your time, 10 a.m.
All right. All right. Well, let's see if I can. Let's see if I can get in there. If I get in there, that's great.
Yeah.
And we got. I'm trying to think of what I worked on yesterday that unable to connect. We couldn't connect. Okay, ain't happening. Nope, not wanting to do that. VPN is down. Well, I guess I'm just down for now. Thanks,
Kelly. Kelly, what is it that you do for work?
I am a maintenance supervisor for Apartment Community. The company I work for is based out of St. Louis, Missouri. They own probably 40 properties, own and manage 40 properties, and mainly in St. Louis and 5 in Columbia, Missouri. And I supervise one of the properties in Columbia.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful. Keeping people sheltered and in a healthy environment. I mean, these are all important things for all of us to recognize that it doesn't just happen, right? It takes people power and maintenance. Same thing with our bodies, right? Lots of maintenance. And do you do any fasting? Do you do any fasting on your carnivore journey?
I have not done very much fasting, but I have done a change up. I've went 1 meal a day, OMID.
Okay.
I can need to do a change up, and it's what I want to do is fasting. I've been doing this. I started Friday. I've been on the carnivore journey for a year and a half, did 2 meals a day, occasionally 1 meal. I did do like maybe almost a 40-hour fast. That was because I had a colon screening and I decided to do it then, but I always wanted to do a longer term fast, and I get started and didn't fulfill it. So when I kind of gained a little bit of weight over this winter. I don't know. Maybe it was a little bit of dairy. Could have been just a little bit of maybe too much protein. I don't know. Maybe is my body gain muscle mass? Could be. It could be all above. So I decided I wanted to finish.
Or could it be that it's just winter?
And it could be just winter. And so I decided, well, I've been held out a certain amount of weight for a long time, and I gained this little bit of weight, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do a change up. It's time to do a change up. So I decided to do 1 meal a day, and I've been doing that probably since Friday, and I feel great. I mean, I'm getting to where I can go all day. So I started I ate my only meal 2 p.m. on Friday. Then I shifted it over 24 hours later on Saturday. And then last night I shifted it over. So when I get home, I have my meal, and then I'm good, done for the day. But I noticed in that each day I just felt a lot better. Each day, I feel tremendous, and I feel like, I'm feeling slender. I feel more alert, and I'm like, I'm gonna try this for 30 days. So I was gonna do that for 30 days, and then that way I want prepare myself to do a longer term fast. Maybe one of these days say, you know what, let's go 26 hours, 27 hours. Let's see how far until I feel hungry. And so that's what I'm doing. The other part is the change up is when you said we have to do maintenance, you know, we don't have to go physically go out and have to go to the gym to exercise. We need to get a lot of movement. I get my movement and physical activities, but I also notice the older we get, sometimes we need to stretch and strengthen our muscles. And, you know, I have a bad hip, and, you know, sometimes I'll limp, but then I decided, you know, my fascia is all tight. My muscles are tight. And so I started stretching, I strengthening, getting that movement, and I'm walking a lot better. So I'm gonna, you know, while I'm waiting to see what they're gonna do with this, you know, the hip, you know, because it's I'm supposed to get a hip replacement, but I'm being transferred to another group because, you know, the current doctor that I was seeing, he wanted to make sure that it's done right. They didn't have all the equipment at that hospital, and so he's referring me to another orthopedic group, but they haven't even called me yet. So you know what? No matter what, spring is coming on. It's getting nice. I want to be able to move. I want to be able to get stuff done at home. You know, I'm going to go ahead and exercise. Ever since I did straight, it didn't take but maybe 20 minutes, you know, 10 seconds here, 10 seconds there. Throughout the day, I've been doing leg lifts, squats, you know, stretching. And it, you know, it feels great. And I noticed yesterday that I was walking pretty good around the house. So, you know, I'm going to continue doing all that because that was the one thing. And when I said on my live yesterday, or, you know, this is the one thing that I needed the accountability for is the exercise part, the stretching and the, you know, the movement. Otherwise, as I get older, if I don't do that, I may end up being a lot tighter and it may not come out of it. So I feel a lot better today, you know, since I did the other day. And that's one thing I'm going to continue to do is that because I hate exercising. I hate getting on an elliptical. I hate doing weights and all that. But I know that I have to have some kind of physical exercise, even if it's just 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, you know, 10 sets of this, you know, throughout the day. So I do that, and I do pretty good.
Are you able to walk any significant distance?
Oh yeah, I can walk.
Okay.
Pretty good. It's just I know there for a while I was walking, especially when the snow was hard to walk, and I had a cane I walked with, but since then I took the cane away and I walk pretty good now. And like yesterday was the first time in church that I stood for an entire worship session. Usually I have to sit down because I felt like I was out of balance, but yesterday was the first day that I got to stand and I didn't have any kind of, you know, not really extreme pain, but irritation. I didn't have no chronic pain, but just where you feel like you're bone on bone and stuff. I didn't have that. So it felt pretty good.
Awesome. Well, I got my good friend Steve Wexler here. Steve, how you doing?
We're sending the plows right now from Syracuse.
I know Syracuse is like
get
about an inch. What'd you get, an inch or two?
Not even. But we're skiing yesterday.
Oh, that's the very best. Steve is a chiropractor, and tell us a little bit about your sense of we're falling apart, and how important is it exercise, or is it just more participation in life?
I am a big participator in life as opposed to kind of formal exercise. I play pickleball 4 to 6 hours a week. I ski on ski patrol. I have a very physical practice as a chiropractor, and this week I'm covering a friend's practice in Watertown. So I just turned 62 yesterday.
Happy birthday.
And maybe the day before, but I feel generally I have no pain, but that's not how I grew up. I grew up always in pain, always uncomfortable, always not feeling well. And what saved me was a car accident in 2012. I was unable to walk or work. And what I was doing was not helping. And I had some surgeries coming up, and I started to use different tools in my life: light therapy, laser, beamer, which is a pulsed electromagnetic field device. I kept adding these things, and now, unless I really hurt myself, I don't feel pain. Something has shifted in my
You,
physiology, and now I'm experimenting with hydrogen inhalation and ozone therapy on myself, not within my practice, but within myself. And again, I feel like I'm 30 and I'm 62. And though I do use some assist, I go uphill in the woods with electric on my bike, and I just bought an exoskeleton to do some backcountry skiing. Um, when I'm walking up an entire mountain, I have some assist. Um, but I
very
feel
cool.
great. Feel great.
Do you think overexercise is overrated?
Oh, absolutely. I think it. Yeah, I take care of a lot of people whose injuries come from sometimes high school and college sports, and they're in their 50s, 60s, 70s suffering from degeneration that never stops because their body is always in this inflammatory mode. And as Dr. Kiltz knows, I have different methods of uh, helping people, and we get people out of that mode. I've had, since we're doing, I use something called shockwave, also a stem wave, and we've had 70, almost 75 people cancel their replacement surgeries due to the body getting into a healing mode, drawing stem cells into their own body by themselves with this machine. And I have people now, they're 2 years after care and haven't gotten care in 2 years and doing great.
Doc, Dr. Nelson, was that so the electromolecular device, the
Yes,
chair?
I was waiting for him to finish talking. So the pulse electromagnetic frequency machine, I don't like to mention the brands, but I have one of those, and that helped me recover from my stroke. And it was a impressive improvement on the first session. They came to show it to me, 60 minutes on it, and I was not needing a walker anymore after my stroke, and it helped me improve. Last night, when I came from South Carolina, the first thing I did was sit down because I had not used it for 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, I travel with mine. It goes on the plane with me to India. I'm going to Tahoe skiing. It comes with me. I haven't missed a day on the pulsed electromagnetic field in almost 9 years.
I've been using it for 7.5 years.
Yeah, yeah, very powerful.
What is it? What do you think that its power is? What does it do?
It has a pulse in it that slightly massages the smallest vessels in the body, the arterioles, the precapillaries, and this is proven science, not just mumbo jumbo. It's been around in Europe since the early 90s with really good science, and it gives your body a massage, but on the innermost level, which works its way up to the macro level. And I don't feel a thing while I'm on it. There's no flash bang, wow, I feel great when I get up. I felt great when I laid down, but it's the consistency of doing that. It's kind of like my passive internal exercise.
Yeah, it decreases inflammation, improves circulation, and your body takes care of the rest. I mean,
Exactly.
What about vibration plates, Steve? What's your thoughts on that? Maybe Lewis could anyone else, Lewis Kelly, Rick could add in. But Steve, what any experience on vibration plates?
So I have one, and I also, as I said, I work in Watertown, New York, for a friend. We work with a lot of veterans there, a lot of people with post-traumatic stress and injuries from not war, from just preparing for war, and they use vibration plates to not only kind of exercise the physiology, but also to bring the body into a kind of parasympathetic state to relax the body. They actually put it on a very low setting, and people stay on it for 10 minutes. and it brings them into a more parasympathetic place, a calming place, rather than in that fight or flight, which a lot of the soldiers exist in, that from being always prepared for war. And it's been 10 years since they've needed to do that, but their body still exists in that state. So they use it for different things. I use it after I use this device called the lipo laser, and I just use it to help drain the body of toxins and stress, and it's great. I use these devices because I'm experimenting to put a package together. I'm learning how to stack all these therapies together so people can come in and do them all in like a half hour, rather than putting them all together could take 5 hours to do all the therapies. But
Right, and it's nice to have a place, because otherwise you could keep on buying a bunch of devices. Do we have links to some of these products, Alia? I think Dr. Nelson's been sharing some of them with me on the Kiltz Kelp Marketplace. We need to have links to these things. And
Hit them up.
Steve, you've been doing Dr. Wexler. You've been doing chiropractic for how many years now?
only 38.
And what is it about chiropractic? Because you don't use a knife and cut into people or operate technically, but there's some manipulation that most of us in Western medicine, kind of miss.
So I manipulate different than a lawyer, and I cut with my humor usually. So manipulation has been around for thousands of years. Like, if something hurt, someone
It's
pulled
called a
on your arm,
wife.
pulled on your leg.
Sorry, Alia.
When I was in India, I mean, families, even modest income families, would have someone come over and do massage, but they'd always do manipulation after. You get a haircut in India, they manipulate your neck, your upper back, your arms, it has been around for a long time. My whole belief about healing is when you put a force in, the resistance of that force is what heals you. So when I put this beamer pulsed electromagnetic field, my body resists that in some way. When I get massage, my body resists that. Even with actual surgery. I mean, I had surgery on my knee after my car accident. My body did the healing, not the surgery. We are healing, self-healing beings. The problem is the way we eat, the way we move or lack of it, the stress that we imagine all the time causes us to go into this fight or flight, and that's not healing. We have to be in our full expression of ourselves, and our body heals. And sometimes we need assistance for that because we live such an unnatural life. We drive in cars, we fly in planes, we eat fake food, we do all this stuff.
Ski down mountains.
Yeah,
push your ball back.
But how do you ski down a mountain? You resist.
That's or you don't.
Slow down. When I sail, we resist the wind to go in a direction we want to go. So it's all about our response to life, not our kind of protection against life. We live in a state of protection, and that's inflammation.
Lewis.
Good morning, Lewis.
I came here to see if anyone would come dig me out.
Well, you and me, Lewis.
The sun is rising. I'm afraid to look outside.
All I can
So
say
you don't know how much snow you got?
I mean, I didn't get the yardstick yet, but let's see what the app says. I don't know.
Well, we got Rick. Rick, will you come save us?
Well, send in the plows from Syracuse.
I got a bobcat.
It says we got a foot. We got a foot over the last 24 hours, and then we're expecting another 5 to 6 inches. So that's not that bad. I'll be shoveling before graduation today.
That's right. You got graduation ceremony today. What time?
5:30. usual Zoom call, 5:30 Eastern. We're gonna be having graduation, and Alia, is that list coming?
It will be to you by noon. So anyone who's not done sending me their stuff has until 11 a.m. so I can get you the full list by noon. They know who they are.
All righty.
Yeah.
The last time that I experienced, the only time I experienced a blizzard in Missouri was 2011. We had about a foot of snow. They told us to go home. Whoever was near the properties, they was the ones that took the call. And I remember we had I lived just north of Columbia, about north of Columbia, Missouri, probably 15 years ago when this happened. And I remember we had a goat that had babies, and we had to bottle feed those babies in the blizzard. We had to go out to the barn and bottle feed it. That was the worst experience I ever had. I had to wear sunglasses, or because I didn't have glasses at the time, just to get out there to keep the snow from hitting my eyes so I can be able to see. It was hurt because when it comes down, it hurt when it hits you.
Yeah.
Thank God those memories are way in the past.
Well, I've known, by the way, Dr. Steve Wexler for 30 years, pretty much, and amazing chiropractor, and brings in a lot of energetic ideas, which Dr. Nelson has been sharing with me and our community. So, and I see that, even getting there are occasions where getting a knee replacement or joint replacement still have some value because the damage is so bad. But Louis, did you have some bone on bone, and then what was your healing?
Yeah, so I have really bad arthritis in my left foot, in the bones of my foot, and to the point where my ability to like rotate my foot from side to side is kind of like non-existent because of the bones kind of fused naturally because of the bone on bone. And yeah, it was very, very painful to walk even like 30 minutes. I wouldn't be able to I'd have to stop and take a break and stuff like that. But now obviously the bone on bone arthritis is still there, but I normally walk 3 miles, no problem. So it definitely is something. And also I had problems with the discs in my neck and stuff like that, and I haven't had any problems with that also. But I also haven't had an MRI of that, but I'm assuming that's probably still in pictures looks something like that. But yeah.
So healing is possible.
Yeah, and I do have a chiropractor. And I go once a week now. I was going at the most 3 times a week, but now I go once a week, and it's great. I totally believe in chiropractic. I think it's great for the human body. It's really good.
Manipulation, and I think that there are all these different. I mean, again, we're in a world of many options and opportunities of healing for sure.
Actually, my chiropractor appointment is today. It might not happen. 4:00.
I'm gonna take a guess that you're not going.
No, hopefully I don't need to. After shoveling, I might want to go, but hopefully I'll be okay. We'll see.
There was a mention about electromagnetic pulsing. What is that? I heard a lot about that.
Pulse electromagnetic frequencies. I had a live stream about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Look for it.
All right.
It was a whole hour on that.
I enjoy watching this because I've never been aware of all these aches, pains, and problems. I used to think that I was a disadvantaged person, but I can't imagine. I don't know what joint pain feels like. I don't know what back pain feels like. If I get injured, it may hurt a day or two and then it goes away. I know a lot of people that have had to go to the chiropractor. I've never been to a chiropractor. I haven't been to a doctor since 96.
Rick, you see, when we talk about aches and pains, suddenly my knee hurts.
Yeah.
My back is. I had no pain until I started listening to this.
And when Rick talks about having no pains, I have all the pains coming to me as he says that.
Yeah.
Louis, thank you very much. Rick should be grateful to you and me,
Yes.
and all of us and Kelly and for all of us accepting the pain, so he is pain free.
It's the anti-inflammatory effects of iguanamine. I'm gonna
That's
do
the
a
key.
deep dive on that.
We need get AI working on that one, Dr. Nelson, and then ship up some iguana meat.
It's interesting because everybody I know complained about these problems for years. And sometimes I thought it was an excuse. You go to work with someone, oh, my back hurts. And you see the guy's in good shape. You look at him like, man, you look really good. Oh, but my knees hurt, sports injuries and this and that. And I'm thinking, okay. But then I started reading the book from this master over here talking about not over exercising. And you're describing my life completely. That may be another reason why I don't have any of these problems.
I like that book.
Yes. And I know who's the one that gave it to me. And I don't really read a lot of books, but there's a lot of common sense in here. I recommend this. I loaned it to a friend of mine. He's like, wow, I got to meet this Dr. Kiltz guy. Said, hey, anything's possible.
I'm going to have to get that book.
Mm-hmm. You won't regret it. It's got a lot of illustrations and descriptions and the baby's diet. I mean, it's good.
Bacon, eggs, beef, butter, ice cream, intermittent feasting, salt.
Iguana water.
I like the way you call it, intermittent feasting.
Water from the canal.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing. I was on my way to the longest fast in the universe, and it was going to be a really big deal on Kiltz Mighty Tribe. But then Dr. Nelson, goes a week longer than me, and so I'm like, Kiltz who? No, I don't know him.
I remember that one. That was back there in last July because Dr. Nelson was still on the fast when we were at Montello at the meetup.
We got a couple questions. Dr. Kiltz, can I get your take on peptides?
Which one?
Peptides.
Yeah.
Well,
peptides.
Well, you just eat iguana meat and beef. I'm not a peptide guy.
Is the new the new superfood vitamin? The new fat. And it seems some of them may have good effects. But over the past 70 years, we've had a number of, this is the greatest thing ever to come as a supplement. And usually these are injectable, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know the answers for all these things. There's a placebo effect. When my mother used to say, "Oh, Rob, I love you so much," or "Tia, Rob, I love you so much," or the team, we all say, "I love you." Don't we feel better? And I don't know the answer between peptides. I mean, I take a handful of supplements sometimes. And then part of me is like, there's a well, if I don't take these things, what's going to happen? And there's authoritative statements, and we're highly swayed by authority and scientists. And then we feel like, the FOMO, fear of missing out on ooh, maybe I should do that, right? Like fasting. I mean, is it required? Right? No. But I think if you eat rare to raw fatty meat, organ meats, bone broth, bone marrow. You're getting everything you need. And if you do an iguana stew, you know,
Yum.
And then you can go to McDonald's and chase your McDuckins.
yeah, yeah. You know, so I mean, again, it's. I think there's a statement on all of these supplements, all of them. You know, it's not 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 proven, right? These
Right.
statements have not been proven or accepted, right? But you know, I mean, I've always said that I don't care if you're vegan, vegetarian, Mediterranean, pescatarian, or carnivore. Mindset is the master set. You know, like Rick, maybe you could comment on it, or all of us. You know, there are plenty of people live a long time and minimal to no diseases and no drugs on even a standard diet.
That's right. I've known people like that. I had a neighbor that lived to 98. He wasn't on a carnivore diet, although he did eat meat all the time, but he was still driving in his 90s. It does happen.
Well, I think, and I was talking to, oh my God, I got to get this out because Lynn Tucker and Ranger Rick, Ribeye Ranger, at
Jim.
the Jim, the meetup, and you know, and I think there was a couple other people. I got to remember their names, but I think a fatty meat centric diet is, you don't like, you don't have to worry about that. Don't like worry. What does worry get us?
Sick.
Gets us doctors and drugs and dissections and you know, all of this stuff, right? But some people, my grandmother used to love to go to the doctor, and she just liked to go talk to the guy. You know, I mean, it was like, oh no, I'm fine. I don't need anything. She didn't take any drugs. She just liked to go to the doctor. But nowadays you get like 4 minutes, right?
Yeah. How many cases, Rick? How many medications do you take?
What's a medication? My medicine cabinet looks like a museum.
Well, I've got a bag of drugs I carry around the world. And the reason I do is because I come across sick people that and they're either an anti-inflammatory or an antibiotic, antifungal, antiviral. Because still the biggest killers are those microbes.
Can you believe I've never been on an antibiotic?
Because you live in an antimicrobial world.
I don't know. I'm surrounded by microbes.
Well, because you allow them to hang out with you.
Yeah.
Most people just want to sterilize the environment.
Can't do that.
You cannot do that, right? But I carry them around for other people.
Mm-hmm.
Someone wanted to know when Rick started eating iguanas.
I started eating iguanas because, as you know, I raise fruit and vegetables. My dad was very much into fruits. He loved papayas, and I had planted some really nice papaya trees. And I went out there and I noticed that they were missing. The little papayas were disappearing. I'm thinking, where are they going? And I see this giant lizard, this iguana up there, eating papayas and eating the flowers and destroying it. So I'm thinking, I got to get rid of this thing. And I remember trying to get it with a shovel, and it started running away. And I took the shovel and I cut its head off. And I said, well, I'm going to throw this thing out. And I looked at it. I picked it up. It had some mass to it. I'm thinking, I don't know. I wonder if these are edible. So I took a chance. I cut the tail off, cut the legs off, cut it in pieces, put it in some boiling water, and then just started to cook it up. And it smelled good. So I thought, I'm going to try this out. And I peeled off the skin and started eating it. It was somewhere like between fish and chicken. And it was actually very good. And then I realized this is no longer a problem. I don't have to worry about these things eating my fruits and vegetables. I'll just eat them. And then that way the fruits can grow and give them to my dad and my mom, because I'm not going to eat that stuff. And that's how it started. I think it was back in 2003 because we never really had a lot of them before that. But they were taking over the neighborhood. It was getting really bad. They were everywhere. And then as I realized that they were tasty, I started to get every one that I could. And within a year or two, my garden was fine.
How's your energy,
My
Rick,
energy?
Lewis, and Kelly? Rick, yeah, what's your energy level on this carnivore lifestyle?
Well, you've seen me in action. You know, I was at
He's
your
always laying down taking a nap.
It's funny. Now I work all the time. And you'll see me even when I'm online. I'll get up. I got things to do. I got to chase the cat. I'm cooking, doing laundry, welding, whatever. I'm always on the go. I get up around 6 and I'm on the go until about 10:30 when I go to sleep.
Amy would like to know if that machine would help with her Dupuytren's
Dupuytren's contractures. Dr. Nelson, Dupuytren's.
We'll talk about it, but I think it might help with paying more, knowing a little bit about your particular history and the degree you have. I don't know that
Maybe.
would help because you have a lot of damage.
But maybe it'll help.
It might, yeah.
Right? Maybe.
We'll talk about it.
Maybe.
And where do you get that machine? We need the link.
We have a link,
We're
Alia.
We'll
A link.
We'll have a link.
Kiltz Health link.
Yes.
For all things.
For all things, everything.
All things. Lewis, how your energy on carnivore?
I think the best way to describe it is not that I have like crazy energy. I think it's just consistent energy, if that makes sense. I don't have like these roller coasters really. And you know, I typically get up pretty early in the morning, ready to go, and you know, and able to go through the entire day. You know, whether it's a day that I'm eating, a day that I'm fasting, it's very consistent, which is nice. If that makes sense.
Yeah, awesome. Kelly.
My energy level was great. Even when I was on the standard diet, back then, I can go, but my issue when I was on the standard diet, especially if I ate breakfast with a lot of carbs in it, I wasn't much on sweets in the morning. I hated sugary stuff in the morning. I usually eat it later, but if I ate anything that's high carb, I crashed. But being on carnivore, I have tremendous amount of energy, and like Rick will know, because I did videos on my homestead where I was cleaning fence rows and stuff on the tractor, and like I can go even with a little bit of the hip issue. I was go, and now if I do have a meal and I wanted to kick back and took a little nap, 10-15 minutes is the most I can ever sleep. I'm wide awake. I'm ready to go.
We got a good group today.
Yeah.
Everyone's snowed in. Is this it? Or
Especially Rick.
Can't go to work.
how much
I don't know if I open up my front door.
What's the investment on one of these machines?
It's not cheap.
These are the vibration plates, right?
No.
No. The electromagnetic frequency.
Oh, we're talking about that machine. Okay.
Yeah.
Not cheap.
But
investment.
It is an investment. For me, it was
Build your own.
Build your own.
No.
Build. mean, I guess, I mean, we do live in electrical, I mean, there's wires everywhere. They're emitting a force field, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
This is why grounding
That's
is
right.
promoted by many people, because it realigns your frequencies. We're vibrating at different frequencies in our body.
All
We're
living
all,
things have a frequency.
Yep.
so what about salt? And a low salt diet is really important. And a low fat, low salt diet.
Not for me.
I mean, so the 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 experts, the authorities that have taught us that have told us under the guise of taught us because we're in school, and they've taught us how important a low fat, low salt diet is as the cause of disease, and we bought it, and now we're all sick, and we're lining up for the drugs that are necessary for our diseased body due to our new DNA. That the DNA that is getting us sick.
All of us, except Rick.
And so the American Medical Association, the American Society of Reproductive Medicine, the American College of OBGYN, the licensing boards are highly knowledgeable and have no purpose other than to feed us proper knowledge. In order to keep us healthy, lined up for another whiskey, wine, or beer, they provide the entertainment, right? The sports and the entertainment in the bars. I mean, I guess, why do they call them bars, right?
That's a good question.
It's kind of like being in a cell. It's kind of like the plant cells that captured the light, the cyanobacteria that captured the light and caged it. I mean, the bar is just a cage, and we're duped. I'm not being negative here.
You described all the things I don't like.
It's duped to be dumb. It really is. I mean, Rick, alcohol is a glass of wine a day is really healthy for your heart. Is that correct?
I don't care. I want to get a heart attack, so I load up on the fatty meat. That's what's good for my heart.
Yeah. And I mean, it's the Mediterranean diet is the healthiest diet. Is this correct?
I don't know. I don't live in the Mediterranean.
Now I'm just wondering, is we got a couple more minutes, don't we? You can go ahead and hit it. That's okay. Hit it. You got it. It's good.
Lenny.
Oh my God.
Congratulations. Email me, Ali@drkiltz.com, and we will get you a cat. A Kiltz baseball cap.
I don't think she's snowed in though.
Ooh.
No, she's not.
Unless she's traveling.
You Florida people.
I was talking to Lynn at the meetup, and about liver failure patients, and we got all these. It's really great, the courses. I mean, a lot of what we're doing in the health coaching course is just trying to sort of help us be pragmatic. Is that the right word? And understanding how the human body. I mean, does any other animal ask? Do you have the list of the things I should eat, or what macros I'm required in? Or what my BMI should be? what's TMI, BMI? So like really, I guess it depends if there's a famine, hibernation, migration coming, right? Right? Tosh, bootlegs. We got great, amazing sharing this story. Dr. Nelson, how much does it cost to belong to be on the KMT tribal community around the globe?
Kiltz Mighty Tribe, Alia, if you can put the link
Yeah.
for anyone who's listening and not a member, go to that link and it's free.
Free.
Yeah.
And why do you do this, Dr. Nelson? I mean, is it you have some, why did you go into medicine? Was it to make a lot of money?
It was to help people.
That's what we're all here to do. And has academia simplified the story, help lower cost of healthcare and medicine? Or is academia now part of the system of how do we complicate it, make more money, and control the message?
Well, we're certainly going the wrong way because we're getting sicker and sicker. So I think the simple story about what we do is, like Rick said, eat the fatty meat and avoid. Listen, humans are the only animals smart enough to make their own fake food and dumb enough to eat
it.
Well, I'm CNY fertility. Dr. Kiltz is being investigated by the American Society of Reproductive Medicine and the Society of Reproductive Technology, and they claim that my use of immunology treatments is unscientific, and I'm throwing unsubstantiated add-ons that are highly expensive. Okay, so to the IVF world now, IVF on average is anywhere between $10,000 and $30,000 a cycle, and there's a huge prospective randomized studies that prove that doing IVF for an inflammatory condition is more cost effective than a keto carnivore or maybe an anti-inflammatory treatment.
Wow.
Is there, or are you being sarcastic?
Well, I'm asking for the scientific evidence, but ultimately, how many people can afford a $10,000 to $30,000 IVF a treatment that basically is
per
about
cycle.
a 30% delivery rate per cycle?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of money.
It's
Not
a
great results.
shitload of money, and I'm not fighting against. I'm just here to kind of share an idea that maybe reproductive immunology. Now, then I had two women pass during COVID of color, and ASRM SART is blaming Kiltz for the cause of a 2020 passing of a woman of color, where there was a spike in women dying.
Mhm.
What are the odds that maybe that there was some other sort of microscopic or maybe a needle injection that might have been a propagating cause of all of this? And how many medical organizations are claiming that keto carnivore faith and fasting actually helps people heal and get pregnant naturally?
We have to look at your family tree, see if you're related to this doctor that came to light in the 2020 and after. We're gonna have to go. You have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
See everyone later.
Lois, stay
You can
on for a
continue.
second, Lois.